Lemon Zest might be the worst cookie in the game, and there are many reasons because of this. One, he gets like no buffs from his kit. He doesn't buff himself at all, and he requires off-field supports. His artifact is horrible, and he just has low scalings in general. This cookie has no uptime on his charge attack, and he can only use in a 18-second rotation, right? He gets around like, what is this? 4.5 seconds of charge attacking. So like he maybe charge attacks for 1/4 of the rotation, gets a nuke, and then he's just sitting doing normal attacks, right? Which is really bad. Like he he has such lackluster damage that early calcs, right, of him on a 20-second DPS tier list have him on an 18 second like DPS. So it's his total DPS divided by 18 seconds because I literally can't find a 20-second rotation that doesn't drop his DPS by like a mile in the last place behind Sting Dorian on a blue weapon. Now, here's all the problems. Number one, we go to the index and we look at his artifact. What does his artifact do? 40% attack increase. Now, attack increase is another stat that basically works in a way that it's another multiplier. I think there are 6 in the game, and it's a multiplier. And what it does is attack. I clicked on the wrong sheet. Attack increase, right? Gets multiplied by your attack on the stat page. So, right? So, whenever you play a cookie, right, you get this attack right here, and then attack increase treats this like a new base attack, right? So, if we go into our formula right here, right, you have base attack plus elemental attack, right? So, this is your full base attack times 1 plus attack percent times 1 plus attack increase, right? So, like, if you want to see this in like a little better area, right? So, his artifact, right, makes this attack right here, which is 1606, go to 2248, right? Which seems good. And it is good. I would say this is not a bad artifact, right? Except for the fact that it is, right? So there are so many better artifacts in this game that work so much better that he could have, like, he could have access to these if he was allowed, right? Let's talk about Rise. Rise gives 2.8 attack 8 times. It also gives 2.8 damage bonus. 2.8, that's 22.4. But here's the worst part, right? As you get to Rise things, right? This doubles effectively. It gets a lot bigger. His, nah, it goes from 40% to 66. Oh, wow. That is not good. That is not good. If you really want to see why that's not good, right? If we go into here and we take this number and we copy it over here, right? Oh, I missed up a number, right? And then you put this as 0.66. That is 5 stars on 11, right? For an 18% increase. That may sound high. That is not high. And attack increase is also given by Rockstar. You know what that means? This number, right, is going to be inflated by Rockstar, and this probably could be more around a 10% increase. That means that you pulled a 5-star weapon for a 10% increase. That is horrible. Do you know what rises at max? You're getting like 40-ish, 44-ish%, plus you're getting 44% damage bonus. It is so much better. You are dropping 20% attack that you're already overinflating into a damage bonus, a shot that literally he does not get like at all, because you have to realize his kit does not give him any damage bonus. So the only damage bonus that he's getting, or elemental damage, right, is from this set, the hidden set, and the Solar Knight set, which you're not running. You're running Sugar Feather, right, which is giving some, but you're getting like 60% max. It's so bad. It doesn't account for the loss that we're getting, right? Now, so you go on, right? And now we're like, oh, what else is bad about him, right? You know what else is bad about him? So he has a mediocre artifact that literally has so many artifacts in this game that are better than it. And for some reason, it literally, like Cream Soda's artifact, as you level it up, right? You have this 2% attack, right? This starts at 2 and it goes up to 6. What? You're telling me that Cream Soda's artifact goes 3 times the original value on the attack? Oh, but Lemon Zest can never. Cream Soda's artifact goes from giving 12% attack to 36%, right? His goes from 40% to 66%. Do we see a problem with that? You should. Because here's is split. So splitting the stats is better because now you get some going into one multiplier, some going into the other. Having everything go into every multiplier is normally better. You don't want to overinvest into one, and literally, if you do overinvest in one, you need more of it to like Dark Chocos. Guess what? 40% into what? His ultimate and special skill crit damage and damage increase. What? You're telling me it increases the damage of these and increases crit damage? Wow, good artifact. It does both. Wow, good artifact. This one isn't as crazy, but like at least it doubles. Whenever you promote this, look, that crit damage is going up by 20% each and every one. This ends at 140. His artifact could never. Other problem, low scalings, right? And you'd be like, what do you mean the low scalings, right? Low scalings doesn't make sense, right? So Dark Choco in 20 seconds, right, can do 10 charge attacks, a skill, and a burst, right? His charge attacks have 400% scaling, right? Now, 400% scaling, 10 times, right? So you do 400% times 10, right? And you're getting 10 times in this 20 seconds, right? And that's, I just need to be percent, right? And you are effectively getting 4,000% scaling, right? Now, let's just say, theoretically, we could charge every single second of the rotation, right? Every single second. Plus, you have to remember that we are getting less buffs from our artifact and from our kit in general, right? Because we get our passive is pointless. This passive does nothing because its charge attacks literally don't get buffed enough. Like, you would rather have a buff here. Like, oh no, guys, I get 5 more percent of my gauge. I wish my charge attacks actually did damage. And then his scaling, right, is going to be this 0.425, right? Times, and then you're getting 10 hits per second. So that's 10 hits times 20 seconds. And you may be like, oh my god, this scaling is so close to Dark Chocos, right? You're getting 10 hits every second for 20 seconds at this much scaling. And that's where you run into a problem. You cannot sit there and charge attack the entire duration. Huh? So, Dark Choco's 10 charge attacks equal to his entire rotation. Not even like we are close. Like, literally, the fact that his charge attacks, Dark Choco's charge attacks. You can literally not use your skill, not use your ult, and I'm gonna go test this. Like, you give me 2 seconds. We're gonna go give a little bit of a test, right? So Dark Choco, scroll you down. I have it on 6. Hold up. I'll make you 5. Hold up. Oh, so his artifact only buffs his skill and his burst, right? If you look, this is 3780, right? And then what was his number? Where was some of this? Where is some of this? What's your number? That's a Lemon Zest number. That is not a Dark Chocolate number. I know that's not a Dark Chocolate number. Right? So, Lemon Zest, right? Full rotation, considered 18 seconds DPS, right? Versus 10 Dark Chocolate charge attacks. No ult, no skill, right? And you take this, and it equals this divided by this. He's doing 40% more damage. Dark Choco clears. And you want to know why? He has the rest of the kit. You're telling me that Dark Choco's charge attacks, and 10 of them, is equal to 71% of this cookie's kit. And honestly, we aren't even building around his charge attacks. We are literally just, haha, we do charge attack. We are not doing anything except for the fact that we are, haha, Dark Choco, I do charge attack, right? And I have to remove this so that I can get my sheet back to where it was. But basically, right, no damage. Dark Choco does like so much more. And when I say so much, right, I don't mean like an insane amount, like, oh, this cookie is unusable. It's just sad, right? Like, So, for example, right? Let me just hide this all away, right? So let's say we were in a raid, and this raid had light element, right? So we take this times 1.3, and we had dark choco. So you're telling me that an S 2-star lemon zest is doing less damage in his raid than a dark choco. I I'm not saying make lemon zest OP. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying that a dark choco on 2 stars that is on 9 CA when he can push 10 is crazy. When he can get almost like it's like 10 every other time, like it's pretty close. The fact that 9 charge attacks is right here and it does more damage than Lemon Zest is crazy. Lemon Zest in his raid should be better than a cookie that isn't in his raid. Like, I'm not saying, oh, Lemon Zest should be better because I like the cookie. I just think it's sad that a cookie not of element can outdo a Lemon Zest on damage over a rotation. I think that's absurd. Me personally, if I were to design my game and I wanted every cookie to have a place in this game, I would not have Lemon Zest this criminally low. Now, so absurdly low scalings, right? His passive does nothing. He has just a little bit of crit, low attack, has to kind of overinvest into attack percent because of it. Because basically how it works is you get a scaling. So basically you have how many scalings in this game? You have your crit, you have one multiplier. You have attack multiplier, right? You have attack increase multiplier. You have crit. You have damage, elemental damage. You have total damage. And you have defense pen. Right? And these are your multipliers, and you have to balance all of these, right? Now, when your kit only gives you this, and so we can put a little check here, gives you, I would say like 0.5 check. Elemental damage, nope. Total damage, nope. Defense pen, nope. When your kit is only giving you these 2 stats, I give you 0.5 check because of your passive. But like, when your kit is only giving you these stats, right? When Dark Choco's list looks like attack, none. Attack increase, check. Crit, check. Elemental damage, check. Total damage, no. Defense pen, check. Like, when his looks like this, buffs wise, and he gets artifact, his passive, his max stars, well, Lemon Zest is, I get some crit rates from my Ascension. Oh, also, check 1.5 because of the crit from his passive, from his Ascension, right? So he's getting this over him, right? It's such a far gap, bro. It's so sad. I hate to see this cookie like this. I just feel like there shouldn't be a world where Lemon Zest isn't the best in a light raid. That is it. That is my only point. With that being the case, I feel like this cookie needs a rework. Nothing crazy. Like, you could legitimately do a couple things, right? Make it so that his passive, instead of like increasing his dodge, make like this just a slight higher, like make the charge gain like slightly higher, like maybe like 6% or something stupid. And then, right, you just make this, you can make it increase his attack speed by the percentage of his gauge that he has when he starts charging, right? So like if you have 100% of your gauge when you start charging, you have 100% more attack speed. If you have 50% of your gauge when you start charging, then you have 50% of attack speed, right? So like that involves like some kit. Like, it would be cool. You could do so much with this cookie that he does not have. Like, you can't tell me that like Lemon Zest kit being, if you have whatever percentage of your gauge you have, your charge attacks now get like your charge attack if you start it gets that much more speed. So like, so for the entire duration of your charge attack, you get that attack speed. That'd be cool. We don't have that. We have this convoluted cookie that is somehow worse than the non-critter on a 3-star. Somehow, in this world, the only way to make this cookie not the worst cookie in the game is taking Sting Durian off of his Lonesome Wolf and putting him onto his artifact, because Lonesome Wolf is somehow just better than his current artifact. Also, does he have a charge up shot? No, he's enhanced. Okay. Wait. Sting Durian could just be better than Lemon Zest. Sting Durian might be the best cookie on Lemon Zest artifact. Can't test this yet, but I'm just saying. I have not done Sting Durian Council on Lemon Zest artifacts. I have not done it yet. I need to, because boy oh boy, he might be better. Not even might be better. He is better. If it works, if you can proc on his artifact with this charge attack, he basically just unnerf-ish Sting Durian. Right? If you can proc it with that, right, we can go to Sting Durian right here and see like a rough calc of what it would look like, right? Where's Sting Durian? Here you are. So we have his hits that can crit and his hits that can't crit. You'd make this 0.4 and you would make this 3.5 or 0.35, right? We just unnerfed Sting Durian. Like, that's 5711 isn't like crazy, but like, if you look, that's just making him gap. That's just making him gap Lemon Zest even more. Oh, bro, we need a buff. Like, it's not even like you just need to make him better. Like, I just want this number right here to be higher than this number. I don't care how it's done. I just feel that a cookie should not be worse than a cookie in a 1.3 times raid. I think that's absurd. No more comments on that.